Hey guys, welcome back. Late night editing Jess here. Today's case actually is from Saturday and today. So it started off in Magistrate Nelson's courtroom on Saturday when she got picked up, and it continues today into Judge Simpson's courtroom. Now, there's something about this case that I will be following it through. There is something off. We'll just say something off. To dispense with the normal, I am not an attorney. I am not making any legal conclusions nor putting forth any legal advice. All comments are my opinion. All persons are innocent until proven guilty. Until proven guilty in a court of law. I think that's how that works, right? Yep. I need to consult with Olivia Benson because I forgot. As usual, the link for my memberships to join my circle of friends is down below, as is the link to support Fritz and Luna's Park Box Habit. And I will be posting some unboxing videos from that soon. And then, if I know I've talked about it, but I have merch coming. If anyone knows how to make the background on the PNG invisible, like, I have full Adobe. I can't figure out how to do it. It doesn't work. So if anyone knows how to do that so I can get that uploaded and get the merch ready to go, I got some digital drawings that I need to get the background transparent on. I've done all the tutorials and I'm not that technically advanced. I'm still editing my videos in a free video editing app. Now my iPad. I did upgrade. Anyways, let's get on over to Judge Magistrate Nelson and Judge Simpson's courtroom, and I will see you guys later.
Your name, please.
All right, I know.
Be with you in just a second, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
Hillside Township is Mariah Donnell, 22W004171. Yeah, pretrial hearing set for November 29th. You failed to appear and a bench warrant issued for the rest of that time. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What happened? Why weren't you here in November? Do you recall?
I have so many court dates I'm trying to keep up with and keep track of right now that I must have it slipped through my mind, honestly.
All right. How you coming along with getting your license back?
I finally today know like a bunch of stuff that I gotta do for my my license and stuff. Like I didn't know that Taylor and Canton both were like $40 tickets that all I have to do is pay $40 and get those cleared up. So as soon as I get out of here, I'll get those cleared up. And then I believe the two I have in Detroit, those might be 100 each or something like that. And then I have 4 in Washington also. I'll probably get the 4 in Washington taken care of first. And then, or no, I'll do the one in Canton and Taylor first, and then I'll get the one in Washington and then so forth and so on, Your Honor.
Okay. You think you have your license by middle of March?
I can definitely try, yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Perry, you want to respond?
Yes, Your Honor, we are asking for a personal bond in these matters. Ms. Donnell did have another case in the 15th district. I'm not sure what happened there. I believe that was a traffic case as well, Ms. Donnell.
Yes, they set the bond for I think $100, I believe.
Okay.
All right. So we'll set a pretrial hearing for March 20th at 1 p.m. That'll be via Zoom. You released on a personal recognizance bond. You failed to clear that court date. A warrant could issue for your arrest again. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. You too, Honor.
And I think that's it for me.
That is because you withdrew on the other case.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on Miss Yermolenko to appear, and I think that's a state matter. Right?
Yes, they both are.
They're both state matters. So I think Mr. Williams is done and Miss Reed is done. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
All righty. Take care.
And keep bringing stuff on Miss
Miss
McDuffie.
McDuffie, we have to wait for Miss Yermolenko to show up. Miss Donnell, who was at the jail, got added to docket. Ms. Reed was on the case. Well, Mr. Hall was on the case from Final Settlement Conference. Then Mr. Hall withdrew. She gets picked up on her bench warrants for failing to appear. PD gets appointed at that point. They have to withdraw on her cases, and Ms. Yermolenko got appointed. So and she has let us know she is in before Judge Conkey, I do believe. And so we have to wait for her, but she will let us know soon. Okay?
And now you're stuck with me because you've been mean to me. So
I've not been mean to anybody. Like I said, new leaf for the new year. That will last till February 1st. And then I'm done with that because it's hard. All right. Thank you. We'll be back in a moment. Take care. Court stayed in recess.
Damage is done, so I guess I believe in.
The 14A District Court for County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan is now back in session. All those having business before the court draw near. The Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
And good afternoon. The people versus, is it Myra Donnell?
Rachel McDuffie for the people on both cases.
And Olga Yermolenko on behalf of Ms. Donnell, who's present from Washington County Jail via Zoom. And Your Honor, as you may be aware, I was very recently appointed to these cases just yesterday late afternoon, was not aware until yesterday evening of today's proceedings. I would request a very brief time with my client in the breakout room, as I was not able to see her at the jail this morning.
And while I typically would have, given the circumstances, no objection, I'm just going to let you know that I'll put you into a breakout room, but I'm going to adjourn these matters out. Because first of all, I have two different types of violations for Ms. Donnell. And you may not have the paperwork on all of them. The first violation is from December 12th. Because she was supposed to appear at Final Settlement Conference on December 14th. She didn't appear. Okay, so these dates are relevant. On December 12th, we received a violation from Community Corrections. And that violation is about her missing, she's on a sober limit, and she was missing drug testing since her last court date, is what they indicate. But it is a rather lengthy report where she has not been testing as requested.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to make sure the court has the December 27th version of that.
No, I don't. What's that one say?
They sent an up. I know Ms. Donnell's itching to explain herself. We'll get there. But there's a new community corrections violation report dated December 27th, where following in summary, it's that she's considered to have absconded and been terminated after 11 missed and 1 positive drug test for THC and more. I can't even count the alcohol related tests, but her SoberLink is dead. And so they said that she's been terminated. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone.
Okay, no, I did not have that
Okay.
report. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the first part, Ms. Sherman-Lincoln. The second part is that apparently the defendant was then, and I don't know if that's the reason she was picked up. I have a conditional bond violation that was dated from January 4th. Where it is alleged in here, was hitting her boyfriend and had at some point pulled a knife on him, or I call it boyfriend, but a male that was in her home as she was trying to kick her out. There are also photographs contained in this report of injuries to his hands and bleeding from his hands. I believe that's from after the time when the police arrived. My words, not theirs, but those injuries appear to be defensive, or potentially defensive. So.
Hold on, Ms. Donnell. And Judge, I know that Ms. Donnell has probably a lot of things to say, and I know that when I was appointed to the case, I was told that part of the reason that she missed the court date, or the reason she missed the court date in December, that she was hospitalized, and I believe she provided some verification of that to the magistrate. So, as I said, I haven't had a chance to talk to her. Maybe the hospitalization has some explanation, explains some of the missed tests also. As I said, if I just have a moment, at least address that issue with her.
Can I just say this? And I don't mind giving you the time, but I also want you to have as much of the story as you can. Mr. Jeff Hall pointed to her case after the PD had withdrew. Leading up to the final settlement conference, the defendant represented through Mr. Hall to the court that she was located in some other city someplace.
Yes.
Then at some point right near the time of the hearing, then said she was at the hospital, and also said based upon the statement, she just wasn't coming. And he was trying to cajole her to come to the hearing, and she refused to come to the hearing. She tried to then sign in, I think, via Zoom, but that wasn't going to happen. It was a final settlement conference. She just didn't appear. And then didn't, even after that December 14th date, and no bond was issued, and she was informed of that, didn't turn herself in. She committed another offense, and then that's how she's in custody at this point. So,
no, that's not how I'm in custody. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I was pulled over, Your Honor. I never.
Okay, well, that's even, she was just going about her life, knowing that she had a bench warrant.
No, I didn't know I had a bench warrant, Your Honor. I had spoke to someone from the public defender's office that day before I even went to the hospital, and they told me not to come to the court if I had tested positive for COVID, and to still try to show up on Zoom if I was able to, and try to explain while I was in the hospital. So that's why I joined while I was in the hospital being tested for COVID. But I didn't make police contact. I didn't even know that the police were called on me or anything of that nature.
Hold on, Ms. Donnell, hold up. Let's, as I said, I would like to speak to you privately before we put anything more on the record.
Well,
and I understand the court's reservation to address bond right today, but as I said, I walked into this not knowing all of these details, so I would like to speak to her and see if we can address that.
Ms. McDuffie, do you have the complaint for violation of her conditional release?
I do, Your Honor. So I saw that report as soon as it came in and saved myself a copy because I knew it was going to come up here. And that report, that warrant request has been furthered by our office. The additional information that was requested did just come in, I think, today. And so they have not formally charged that as of yet. I can't speak on ultimately what's going to happen with that case. However, I did want to put one more thing out there before Ms. Yermolenko speaks to her client, which is that prior to this, it was the docket that I was not at. I was out on leave at that time, where Ms. Donnell elected to go to final settlement conference, and as I understand it, rejected the offer for HIDA that I had extended. Since I A, was not present, and B, Ms. Donnell is in a bit more of a situation than she was in previously, I am willing to reopen that offer for her consideration. Ms. Yermolenko, the details of it, I don't know if it's easier to email it to you or you know how to get that to you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, because I think that way I'll have it in writing also, and
Okay.
there's no confusion.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Because given the circumstances, Ms. Yermolenko, the jail has been exceedingly accommodating, and we
Yes.
appreciate on this. I am going to, because I don't know what she could possibly tell you, and you need to review all of this stuff. I am going to adjourn this matter out to the 24th at 9 a.m. At this juncture, I will continue her bond at no bond till we get to the bottom of all of this. What I will do is, if in the interim you believe that there may be circumstances that you learn where that would lead this court to change their mind, then certainly you could put that in writing to the court, and the court will consider that after a response from people.
And that's what I was going to ask, Your Honor, if the court would consider a written motion or
Yes.
earlier date, if there's circumstances that.
Right. Your client has her hand up, and I don't know if you wish her to say something to the court or not.
Not at this time. Ms. Donnell, just hold on. You and I we'll talk.
I'm gonna lose my job if I don't get out today.
So I'm going to adjourn it out to that date. Her bond will continue as no bond. And Ms. Yermolenko, I will then put you into a breakout room, and you can have as long as you like.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very
And-
much, Judge.
Thank you. So we'll get her into a breakout room, and 14A stands adjourned. Thank you, folks. Yes, Ms. Yermolenko.
Are we adjourned, like done?
Adjourned. We're done.